time to welcome our second speaker. This woman, wow, what an absolute heroine this woman is. I am so excited to introduce you to this woman who I have just so loved witnessing on her journey of taking the message within her and making such art out of it, and on her own, just the richness of being witness to her own personal journey in this. What a gorgeous human being. I'm so excited. Everybody, let's give a huge round of applause for Shaine Dyus.
Are gorgeous.
Awesome.
Good morning, everybody. From my good morning and welcome. My talk today is about the gift of the lump. I was introduced to a coach who recently asked me the question, what was the gift of your lump? He was asking me the question around my lump I had from breast cancer. And before I take you on my journey of what the beautiful gift from this lump was, I'm going to invite you on my journey into my past, where my story starts. I'd come to a crossroad in my 50s. I had no idea what I wanted to do. The family had left home, the kids had left home, and I'd stopped my corporate job. And this was the time of my life that I could choose exactly what I wanted to do. Anything I could do. But I got to that point, I had no idea what I wanted to do, where I was going, what my purpose was. Why was I truly here? And I had that feeling of something deep inside of me, just locked. There was something in there that was locked, that wasn't coming out. I had a thyroid that wasn't functioning. So as we know with thyroid, you're not vocalizing. We're not vocalizing what we're wanting to express. I was also feeling my self-worth was not there. I just doubted myself. I had foggy brain. I put on weight. I really was not feeling good in myself at all. The one good thing I'd done in my 20s was get onto a nutrition program. So I dabbled a little bit in this nutrition program, and at that time I wanted to capture what this whole nutrition thing was about. And at this point I thought, well, okay, if I did that in my 20s, if I can start eating better, then that'll help me. I sought out a health coach, online coach, and she had a 30-day program going. And I thought, well, that's great. I'm going to be given a menu from breakfast, noon, dinner. For 30 days, I'm going to be eating super well. And after 30 days, I'll just feel so much better. This should clear everything that's happening around me. On the first day we met, she asked me the question, why are you here? Why are you doing this program? What is your purpose for doing this program? Those questions. And those questions opened up my mind to exploring personal development, because I knew there was something in me that needed to be explored. And on that exploration, I realized I needed to heal the stuff that I was lugging behind me all this time to be able to move forward with what I really wanted to do. That took me back to probably the age of 9, 10. I'd been sexually abused many times. And I remember as a child, and I clearly still remember those evenings. And as a child of that age, you have no idea, are you in trouble? If you tell anybody, will your parents be cross with you? Will your friends ostracize you? And so what do? Well, what I did is I suppressed it. I kept this all down, just flat. Didn't speak about it, only until I got into my 50s. And then I remember another incident at school not long afterwards. We were in the class choir, just the class choir. And I was sitting in the front row. And I remember sitting there singing to my heart's content. I could hear my voice. It was like a bird. And I remember the nun coming along and saying, "Oh, Shaine, your voice isn't quite matching everything that's happening here in front. I think go and sit in the back and just mime." And another voice suppressed. That voice just kept being suppressed. And I remember at the time sitting there thinking, am I not good enough? Why can everybody else sing and not me? And I remember another incident goes back, just before I was due to leave school. And I was so excited. The whole wide world is out there to explore. And I remember having a chat with my mom. I wanted to go and work for the diplomatic corps. I mean, back in the 70s, this was big. Explore the world, new places, new sounds, learn new languages, meet new people. I grew up in a dusty little town in the middle of Africa. So this was my outing. And I remember my mum saying, "Oh, no, that's not a stable job. I think you need to become a secretary. That's stable." Why did I listen to my mum? Back then, you listened to everything your parents said, even at that age, because they knew everything. I mean, after all, you still, even though you're a teenager, whatever, you're still a child. And so through my 20s, 30s and 40s, I had my beautiful young family. We traveled the world. I got my traveling in. We moved continents from South Africa to Mauritius, to South Africa, to Australia. And in between, we moved country and we moved numerous times homes. And during that time, as a mom, as many of you might know and have experienced, you embrace your family, you hold them, because you move in countries, there are unknowns, each new situation is new, so you hold on to them and you keep them close to you, so you know that you're there as their support. And a young family, my family were very sports orientated, so I had triathletes and swimmers. So as you know, this was early morning swimming, training, running, then it's food, then it's work. And then at nighttime, you get home and you're just so pleased to be in bed, and you do the same thing the next day. Never once did I ever step aside for myself and say, what do you want? What do you truly want? When are you going to take a little bit of time out for yourself? I didn't even give that time to my children. It was busy, busy, busy. If you're not busy and then you want to stay off school today, there's a job to be done at home. And then here I am in my 50s in this crossroad. But my biggest awareness and my biggest jolt came at the age of 57, when I'd been diagnosed with breast cancer. And I remember sitting in the breast surgeon's office at the time. And he was rattling on all the different treatments and whatever. And I had this amazing, overwhelming feeling of extreme gratitude. And as he was going on in the background, I just thought, my God, you are bigger. You are stronger than this lump. You have done all this work on yourself. And with going with that, a few months later, I met up with this wise man, this coach, who had asked me the question, what was the gift of that lump? And as I'd previously expressed, I very much into the metaphysical, and knowing the breast was around any form of cancer, was nurturing self, having forgotten about self and looked after everybody else. And I could actually say the gift of my lump had been the realization that my husband and I had come closer. We had developed a better relationship. We always had a good relationship, but there was a closeness that had formed that somehow hadn't been there before. I didn't have to micromanage him. I didn't have to tell him how to pack the dishwasher. How many times have I done that for the last 20 odd years? I can let that go. My daughter said to me, Mum, you've become softer. There's something that you have done. You just speak so much softer. There's a softness inside of you. I also set boundaries. I set boundaries around friendships, around friends. I set boundaries around making my health my priority as well. And I knew I was a strong woman. I was an independent woman, and I am all of those. I am strong, I'm independent. And I am here to give every one of you and every woman out there the strength to use their voice. And I teach this as well now, to use your voice and heal your past. You have got so much wisdom, so much knowing deep inside of you. And I'll add another one. I've gone back now at the age of 60 to do the nutrition course that I didn't finish in my 20s. And I'm teaching women to embrace their bodies with eating, because the voice and the body are all one. So my question to you today is, what is that lump in your life that you haven't addressed yet? Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful share. Congratulations.
That is, oh my goodness.
So great.
My God.
So touching.
Yes.
Yay. Amazing.
Love to open up for celebration. You would hear and reflect back. What did you love, either about what she shared or how she shared it? Let's provide some celebration for her. You can just unmute yourself and.
Hey, Shaine, I hope you can hear me. Yeah, it's Ruth. Well done. Oh my God, I was crying before you even started. And having witnessed your journey, it was just amazing to hear it unfold in that way. And, you know, the lump really obviously made you pause in your life. And I feel like the way you were telling that story, you were making us all pause. You know, there was such a intention and a deliberate pace behind the way you presented that. And I think, you know, the way you presented was a reflection of what that lump was there to do in your life. And I think, yeah, it just all, you know, sunk together beautifully. So proud of you. Mwah.
Oh,
Thank you.
celebrated. Beautifully celebrated. Who else? Go ahead and just jump in. You can unmute yourself. What did you love, either about what Shaine said or
I love.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I love the way she took pain and turned it into purpose and meaning.
Yes. Yes. Such a heroine. Such a heroine. So true. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Carol. Oh, you're not, you were muted. Do you
Oh,
wanna...
sorry. So I have three things to say. Your delivery is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Your smile is so beautiful, and you maintain that smile in such a deep story, and your courage blew me away. So thank you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. That was something else. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful, beautifully celebrated. And if everyone else, please share in the comments, provide for Shaine a celebration. Let's give her another huge round of applause.
So powerful. Shaine. That was so powerful. Thank you for sharing that.